If we remain in silence about many things happening, we will then be silent in too many things. In remaining silent in one thing is remaining silent in too many things. So we must continue these conversations. And even in this, we have another one that we'll talk about today. It's Justice Thursday. And our Justice Thursday conversation is a bit more of a continuation of one that we've had before. But then we get into one and we have examples of certain things that are happening in our society today and ways in which we can deal with them. All right. So today, we're talking about stolen childhoods, and we started off with Justice Nzioki a couple of weeks ago around the issues of child labor and stopping and ending that. Today, we're joined by two guests in the studio today. Beryl is a child labor survivor from the Survivor Network. She's here this morning in the company of the Honorable Aziza Ajwang, who is a senior resident magistrate and deputy registrar at the judiciary. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Karibu sana. Good to see you.
Asante sana. We are happy to be here.
Thank you. And Beryl, good morning to you.
Good morning to you too.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you for having us.
We're going to talk about some things this morning, maybe not too exciting to listen to, but important to hear all the same. So thanks both of you for being here today. As we normally do, we're going to start the show with today's proverb. You're in the business of interpretation, Honorable Aziza. So even as we get into this, I would like to share a proverb that is from the people of the Benin Republic. The Beninois are very interesting in how their current culture and the way in which they do things has been derived from parts of the Dahomey kingdom that they were part of. And one of the things that those who share proverbs at the time shared, it goes like this, and I would love to hear what you think about it. A man who goes to hunt finds some fruit and he eats it instead. A man who goes to hunt and sees some fruit eats it instead. We'll start with you, Beryl. All right, what do you think about that?
It's a hard proverb.
I know, sometimes.
There is no right or wrong answer. It's just your own interpretation, by the way.
It's a hard proverb. It's like, for me, I think it's reflecting like life. You might want something, go for it, but in the process, you find another thing. And because you're really desperate and you need something, so you just, settle with it.
Yeah. You go with that thing that you find, even though you were looking for something else.
Yeah.
Exactly. Isn't it?
I agree. And was the man expected not to eat the fruit?
Well, I wonder. In this forest, the things that happen in the forest are unknown.
If you go out looking for fruits, yes, you're going to look for the fruits with the aim of eating the fruit. So it's expected that you will eat the fruit. So the man must eat the fruit. That's my interpretation.
Yeah, so if you were looking for food generally and you find some fruit, then why not? Unless you were told, you must come back to this house with an antelope. Don't come back to this house with a mango, kind of thing, you know? But absolutely, you find other things along the way in your search for certain things. All right. Child labor, whether it is in this country, whether it is in the region, whether it's in the world, is not just frowned upon. It is absolutely condemned in terms of things that we then subject children to. So for the purposes of definition and description, to then set the boundaries for the conversation that we are having today, Honorable Ajwang, I just want to get it clear from you that when we talk about child labor, that what boundaries are we operating within?
Okay. Child labor is defined by various statutes and provisions of law. So first, our go-to is usually the Constitution. So that is what breathes life into all the other statutes. So the Constitution provides that every child has a right to education. And so by that, we know in the Kenyan context, you need to be in school between ages, let's say, 4 to age around 18. So anything, any form of work that will keep a child out of school, depriving them of their basic childhood, that is child labor.
Okay.
Yes.
Do we have enough occurrences of this? Let's look at the Kenyan jurisdiction for the purposes of this conversation. Do we have enough occurrences for it to be an issue?
Yes, we have enough occurrences, and when you get to hear Beryl's story, that is just one of the many that are going on. We have too many that, and also that's the reason why I'm sure when Justice Nzuki was here last week, he spoke of the Employment and Labor Relations Court having a symposium this week. So the court was bringing together stakeholders from civil society, government, to discuss child labor. It is a concern. It is a concern that needed that national platform to be discussed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Beryl,
Yes.
we would love to hear from you in terms of what happened with you and how you went through a situation that we're going to call child labor today. What happened? Give us a little bit of your experience.
Oh, okay. I'm Beryl. I was born in a very not bad family, a well-off one. So after my parents died and my siblings died, I was left to...
You were alone?
Yeah. We were 3. I'm the last born. So when they died before my dad and then my dad, so I just have to look out for myself. So that's when my uncle wanted to marry me off. I had to run away from home because...
Wait, your uncle wanted to marry you off?
Yeah.
How old were you at the time?
I was 13.
You were in school?
Yeah, I sat for my class 8 at that time. My dad passed when the same week I was sitting for my exams. So after the burial, my uncle was like, a girl child is not supposed to inherit her father's property. So he took everything and he was like, what's the use for you going back to school or something? He brought an old man to marry me off to him. So I had to run away because I didn't want to get married at that.
How old was this man?
I don't know. He was too old.
He was old.
Old. He was very old. So I ran away. I met a good Samaritan, maybe, or a bad Samaritan. That's how I was trafficked.
Let's take a few steps back, shall we, Beryl?
Yeah.
All right. So you have sat your KCPE exam at the time. Your father died the week of.
Yeah.
Where was your mother?
My mom died when I was 2 weeks old. I didn't see her.
Okay, you never knew your mother?
Yeah.
Okay. You had siblings, you said?
Yeah, I had to.
What happened to them?
Tragic. We are not really sure. They just died.
Health matters when they were younger or what?
Not younger. They were my older siblings. I'm the last born.
Understood. But did they die while you were there? Or had you had already been born?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
were they unwell?
Yeah.
Okay.
They got sick for a short period of time.
Okay.
And then they passed.
Okay.
But my father was shot. He didn't die naturally.
Okay.
So
your father was killed?
Yeah.
Okay.
So after he died, and my uncle starts to misbehave.
This is important at this point.
Yeah.
So let's take it step by step. Okay. You were living, of course, with your father at home.
Yeah.
When he died, did you continue to live at home? And for how long? After he was buried, what happened then?
After my dad was buried, I had a grandma. And I moved in with her.
Okay.
And my grandma was so... She gave up when my dad died. She was like, she's tired. She doesn't want to do it anymore. And I was like, you're the only person I have right now, because my uncle and my family were not really in a good, the family issues stuff. So when after 3 months, my grandma died. So after my father, then my grandma died after 3 months. So that's when my uncle came in.
And your uncle is the brother to your father?
The older brother to my father.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So after my granny died, we buried her. And then my uncle came in and took everything. The marriage stuff came in between. Yeah, that's when I ran away from home.
Okay. Where did you go?
I went to like a center, you know, like in Ushagoya. We have that center where you go to, when you want to go to Kisumu, for example, there is that center you go and find there, you know. So that's where I went to, looking for someone to help, because I didn't know anybody there at that point. I met this woman. At that time, she was a good Samaritan, because she was the only one who agreed to take me in and give me the opportunity to come to Nairobi, because she have a friend in Nairobi who have a bureau. So they do like traffic girls from Ushago. It's like a business to them. But at that point, I didn't know it's a business.
Okay.
I thought was a good gesture. I needed that help at that time. So
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know I have to take you back to your uncle, because he the part of his story doesn't end here.
Yeah.
You meant he didn't just come to you one day and say, "Beryl, I want to marry you."
Yeah.
Did he just come? Not that I want to marry you, I want to marry you off. He told you previously that, you know, girls don't have any place. And also for you, Justice Adwang, even as these are things that you hear, for you to then know that these are the markers leading us to the point whereby something terrible is about to happen here. He didn't just come one day and say, you should go and get married, I'll find somebody for you to marry. Did he?
Oh, okay. First, my uncle was a very terrible person. They didn't get along even with my dad when he was alive. He was that kind of a person who doesn't like people and their progress. So when my dad died, he came and started to tell me, I want the property. And because my dad had a will, and he made a will, and my siblings died before me, so he changed it. So everything was in my name at that point. So he talked to the lawyer, our lawyer, after my dad died. They came together and they told me they want me to sign. And he came with a knife, actually.
A knife?
Before the marriage issue, he came. I think the lawyer advised him, if you take everything, people will ask question if this child starts to suffer, you know. So they came up with this idea of marrying me off. But first, the idea was for him to take everything and leave me there to start to suffer, kinda.
Right.
So the marriage idea, it's something I think the lawyer advised. It didn't came like from a while ago. From the beginning, it was the property.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you get to the center and you meet this woman who you thought was a good Samaritan.
Yeah.
What did she say she was going to do for you?
She told me, like, you know, I can take you to Nairobi, and you can work in a household. And within 2 to 3 months, you can have your own business. I mean, who doesn't want their own business?
So basically, she was telling you you're going to be a housemaid somewhere.
Yeah, you will work in a house.
Okay.
Yeah.
She didn't tell you what exactly you're going to do in this house?
No.
Okay.
And because I didn't know much about house chores and stuff, I was in boarding school all along. So it's something new. It was something new to me. But because I really wanted something to cater for myself, somewhere I can call home, somewhere I can go to. And I found this woman, and she got this big promise and greener pasture for me. So I came to Nairobi with the she talked to the bureau lady in Nairobi, and I came to Nairobi.
You came alone?
Yeah, I came alone.
So go to this bureau.
Yeah.
Then what are you told?
I was told to wait for clients because I was so young, and they asked for my age. I told them 13, and the bureau lady told me, you don't have to you don't say you are 13. Don't say you are 13. You will not find clients when you say you are 13. Say you are 22. It's just that you don't have the bigger body for a 22-year-old.
When she was telling you about clients, what are you referring to?
Clients is those who want house helps.
Okay.
Yeah, so they come and they do interviews for girls, because there are different girls, many, big, small. So the clients come, do the interview, and choose.
So were you ever picked by any client?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is this client. They were a lawyer and a doctor. So the woman came, did the interview for everyone, but I didn't know I'm supposed to be in the interview. She called and she said, I like them young people, they don't have to give you harder time. They do what they are told. So I did the interview. Funnily, she asked, do you have experience? I was so open. I told her everything. And they tend to want to know your history, your background, so that they will know how to deal with you. So because I was so vulnerable and open, and because I thought this is where my help is coming from, so I just opened up, tell them everything, how my story, my uncle and everything. So this person got me at the palm of their hands. They can do anything, knowing very well I don't have anybody who can come to my rescue. So after the interview, we went home. The family was seven people.
So before you left, you said you were several girls.
Yeah.
Were there other younger girls who were 13-year-old, 14 or below 18?
No.
You're
At
the
that
only
time,
one
I
who
was the only 13.
So the others were above 18?
Yeah, 16, 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when a client comes to you, they take you home. You start work immediately. And some of these households, they tend to, some of them they don't give you food. You don't sleep enough.
Was that your experience?
Yeah.
So you started working for this person?
Yeah. And they told me when we were at the bureau, they told me there is no, a lot of work. There is no much to do. You just have to look after the house and the children, the younger one. They got 2 younger children and 2 elder ones. So they say I have to look after the smaller children and the house, like cleaning, washing utensils. And cooking.
Did you agree on payment?
They agreed on payment with the bureau lady.
You were not involved?
I was not involved.
How much did they agree?
The bureau lady told me they agreed like 5,000 at that time.
You were going to be paid 5,000? And where were you? You were living in this house?
Yeah.
So when would you go off duty, for example? You wouldn't?
On
where would
Sundays.
you go? Where would you go?
Come back to the bureau. I didn't have anywhere to go. So when I was given like a off day, I usually came back to the bureau to complain, because that's the only person who can listen, because she was the one who is taking me to those houses. So when I was given an off day, I was going back to the bureau.
Okay, so you live with this family, you're taking care of the children, and you continued staying with them, or did you go somewhere else, or what happened?
I went to many households.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't stick to one, because the first one I went to, the work was too much. I wasn't sleeping. enough. I was sleeping at 12 and waking up at 4. And I have to wash 3 cars, the whole compound, the whole house. You have to prepare breakfast and then look after the children, the 2 others. So the work was too much. I got sick, very sick, and they refused. They didn't take me to the hospital, but they saw it's getting too much. I couldn't even walk or talk. And then the man said, take her back to the bureau. We don't want her to die here. So I was taken back to the bureau.
Sick.
Very sick, seriously sick. And the bureau lady took me to the hospital. So you'd see the money I was working for 3 months, that is what catered for my hospital bills.
Were they paying you the 5,000 directly?
They didn't. They paid the bureau.
They'll pay the bureau and then the bureau will pay you the 5,000.
Yep.
So how sick were you?
Very sick. Pneumonia plus malaria plus. It was very serious. So I had to spend all my 3 months' salary in the hospital, and then came back
to the bureau.
And then I have to go to another house, because that's why we are there, right? So it's a challenge. Every household got their own challenges.
So you kept moving from one house to another. How many houses did you?
When I look at it, it's like 10.
Wow.
10 houses?
Yeah, in 1 year.
In 1 year, you worked in 10 houses?
Yeah.
Salary was the same?
No. Some households are better than others, but not really better. But if you want to look at it in a way that some are not really that toxic, but they don't treat you well. But some are really toxic.
So this is all happening not too many weeks after you finished your KCPE exam. So by this time, give or take, if you've worked in 10 homes for a year, you're now approaching 15.
Yeah.
You're 14 some plus, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a break on that. Justice Adrang, hearing this, and I can hear you're not happy hearing the details of this as you hear the details a little bit more. Is this representative of a lot of the cases that we hear? She's 13. She's a baby.
Yes. Unfortunately, I wish I would say no, but unfortunately, yes. And from her story, it's sad that it's unfortunate that the people who are enabling this. She mentions a lawyer on behalf of the legal profession.
Yeah.
We apologize. Apologize. It is not a representation of who we are.
I know.
She mentions the lawyer who, in collaboration with the uncle, were planning to disinherit her from the parents' estate. She also mentions a lawyer who employed her. The law is clear, like we'll have to say that. The law is very clear. Article 53(1), if you allow me to read it. Every child has a right to be protected from abuse, neglect, harmful cultural practices, all forms of violence, inhuman treatment and punishment, and hazardous or exploitative labor. So it's clear in black and white. There's the Constitution, there's the Children's Act, there's the Employment Act. We are not short of legislative provisions that prohibit child labor, but here we are now in this day and age. And back to your question, unfortunately, you will find children even younger than her, and being exploited. And exploitation and child labor right now is even taking other forms. The last 10 years, we had children working as house helps. Right now, it's in the digital age, we have other things. We have TikTok, children in pornography. Yes, children.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have children in pornography, shooting pornographic videos.
For who?
For the perpetrators.
who? Who's doing this? Who's saying?
Okay,
who's saying? Do this video? Who's
there's a scenario that was brought to forth. There's a 36-year-old lady who is talking to someone on the other side of the internet. So this person on this other side of the internet tells them to perform a sexual act in the presence of an 8-year-old child. Yes. There's that. Then there have been several reported cases of girls, very young girls and boys in Kibra shooting TikTok videos, pornographic TikTok videos. They're paid a certain amount per day. So and this is with the consent of the parents. The parents are
I'm sorry?
Yes, the parents are aware.
I'm sorry. We're going to have to say that again.
Yes.
For real, their parents, or people who think they're their parents?
Their parents. It's with the consent of their parents.
Are they aware of what's happening in these videos as
yes,
parents?
the parents are aware of what's happening in the videos. But then the parents are looking at the children as a source of income. Because when these children shoot videos, they are paid. And I'm not saying this to encourage children out here to get into this harmful practice. But when the children go out there and they shoot videos, they're paid. So that is the money they use to pay the rent, the house rent, and the other needs of the house.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yes.
We're going to hell.
We are going to hell. We are going to hell.
A mother and a father, they take their children to act porn to make money.
Yes.
And these are able-bodied parents who are able to work.
Yes, these are able-bodied parents who are able to work. I'm just referring to a report that was shared. So it says that average monthly reports there's a unit at the DCI that deals with this kind of things. So they say that on average 1,800 cases are reported. The daily report is 60. So we have about 60 cases
of this kind of thing?
Yes, of this kind of thing.
On the internet?
Yes.
Those are the ones that are reported?
Those are the ones that are reported. You can imagine the number of those that are not reported.
Who are the consumers of this?
Thank you. That's
who's paying these parents money to watch children do these acts?
Dennis, the internet. The internet, they amorphous people on the internet. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there are people who want to consume this content.
There are people
and are getting onto their social media and are watching videos of children in a pornographic nature earning money, and there are people who are deriving pleasure from this.
Yes. In fact, as we are having this conversation, someone has just reminded me of a case where a 36-year-old woman used an online platform to communicate with a 70-year-old woman in Sweden about their prior planned sexual abuse of relatives, including an 8-year-old boy and a 12-year-old boy. So the boy and the two boys, the 8-year-old boy and the 12-year-old boy, are boys within our jurisdiction. They're boys in Kenya.
In Kenya?
Yes.
And this woman is in Sweden, you said?
Yes.
Who's paying money to watch?
Who's paying money to someone in Kenya, to a lady in Kenya, to watch the 8-year-old and the 12-year-old performing a sexual act.
These are not human beings. These are demons. What's going on? So these two boys.
Yes.
Wait. These are the parents who are being paid.
These are the parents being paid.
To subject their two children, boys, to perform a sexual act.
Yes. That's correct.
Are these people arrested?
Well, that's another story altogether.
I'm trying to bring this just to land
enforcement.
To bring it on enforcement. I mean, that's the age of my two sons.
Mm-hmm.
And I am imagining I mean, God forbid, imagine a situation where something like that is happening, but this is the reality that we're dealing with. And these are live, active cases. Beryl is sitting in this room talking about it. It's not pornographic in nature what happened to you, Beryl. But the look on your face tells me that you're well aware of some of these things that happen, even in the home setting.
Yeah, a lot happened. It's unfortunate though, because right now we have different child labor, like this pornography. It's a pornography itself, but when a child is in labor, behind those closed doors, all these are happening.
Oh, what is happening?
Like sexual abuse from the employer. There is this. Not really my story though, but there is this friend we were working with. She was young and she was being abused sexually from the mother and the father.
What?
Yep.
For sexually abused by the mother?
Yeah, not really the mother of the house.
Where she
the
was
woman
working?
Yeah.
And the father of the house. So yeah, these things are happening. Me, I went through sexual abuse from the father of the house.
You went through this?
Yep. So, yeah, they are happening. And funnily, they
You
are
were
not
14, Beryl.
I was 14. I was 14, and I can say it wasn't something I'm happy to talk about, but it happened. It wasn't a one person thing. It's like, let me say, it's something they planned. It was planned, and it was planned not only the father of the house, but the mother as well knew.
In your case, the mother,
knew.
your employer,
I'm my employer.
in this house you're working,
Yeah,
the mother of that house
yeah,
and the father of that house conspired and they abused you.
yeah, they did. In a way that the father of the house and 3 other friends, the mother went to Shago, let me say, and 3 other friends came over at night. And
this man?
Yeah, they usually do. So I didn't see anything bad. They usually do, and even if the mother was at home every Friday, they came over, have a drink, and then sleep over. So at this particular day, the mother wasn't around. She went to Shago with her kid. They got 1 kid, and I went to sleep. It was in the middle of the night. They were drinking, chatting. Me, I went to sleep. I had a room, so I closed and went to sleep. I was called at night, 2 a.m. They called me to come and give them the glass, something like that. So I was really sleepy, but I had to because they are my employer, you know. So when I came, what I had was the other person say, "Iti, you said she's innocent, but she looks young and stuff." And the owner of the house said, "You can't really tell unless you want to confirm." And I was so shocked. I just came out of sleep, I don't really understand what they're talking about, but in the after a few seconds, I was grabbed, and then they pinned me on the ground.
Okay, Beryl, don't even go into the details.
Not really. I'm not going into the detail. So that's what I'm saying. After everything, I called the woman of the house, and I told her I had really high hopes on her because I was like, if they did this, she might understand. And do you know what she said? She said, "I seduced them."
She didn't.
She did. She said, I'm the cause of what happened because I seduced them. And she threatened. She told me, just know there is nothing you can do about it. Even if you go to the police station, we are the law. We are the one who make those laws. So I didn't really go to the police station. I just went back to the bureau. And the bureau lady worked with them. They must work together, you know. It's for bureau lady, it's a legal job. So they must work with the police. And so now bureau lady was like, it's my business. I can't risk it, you know, to go to the police station. And, you know, they are policemen. They will do this and this. I'm like, okay. So I just swept it under the rug. And now I'm a mom.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
You're a mom as a result of that assault that took place in that home that night?
Yep.
This is too much. This is just too much.
That's the reality.
Oh my God.
Yeah. A lot is happening. Kids are suffering. It's just that.
Let me ask you, Beryl.
Yep.
You're very articulate in how you're narrating this.
Yeah.
And the reason I told you don't even go into the details is because I can't manage those details. Like, it's too much for my head.
Yeah.
We've covered stories. We've had so many horrible stories.
Yep.
But just to hear you explain this and how you've been robbed of your childhood, robbed of your education, robbed of your dignity, abused, and everything stolen from you, your freedom stolen, everything taken away from you.
Yeah.
You are at a point now, you ended up having a child.
Yeah. He's 7.
Are you okay?
He's 7.
You have a beautiful smile.
He's
Beryl.
7.
You are.
Yeah.
He's 7 years.
Yeah, he's 7. I think, despite what happened, despite the abuse, I lost hope at that point. And honestly, I looked at it in a way that if I did something, after everything, I was afraid of dying, actually. Because I was like, I had a friend who did an abortion and they died in the process. And I didn't want that at that point. I was like, I don't want to die. So I just kept the baby and continued working. I went to another household after finding out I'm pregnant. I went to another household, worked for 9 months until my due date. And then I was moved to a shelter. So it's hard as a person. It's hard. Healing, I can't really say I'm healed completely. No. I'm just learning every day to live with it. And because I have a kid and he's growing, and it's not his fault, actually. It's never his fault. So I went through a lot of counseling. I'm still going through counseling, and now I'm an advocate. I'm advocating for children who is going through the same thing I went through. So it's not easy. Even today, it's never easy. So, but we have to live, right? Yeah. Life.
I'm tearing.
I can't believe it. It's unbelievable because I'm imagining you're here encouraging us and saying that we have to live, right? That we have to go through things like this. But then there's the law, Justice Adrang. I can't imagine the things that you've heard or the cases that are presented before your court. What does the law protect? How does the law protect children? There are too many cases. One case is too much.
Yes, one case is too much. And okay, like I said, we are not short of legislation. The law outlaws child labor. The Employment Act, the Children's Act, they both outlaw child labor. We have very many sections providing for penalties and the offences and penalties. Of course, this comes in different forms. Child labor comes in different forms. Yeah. So you can be like that, like her latest narration about the assault. That takes form of defilement. So that is charged under the Sexual Offences Act, which provides for very hefty penalties for that kind of offence.
So sorry, Lisa.
Yes.
Before you continue,
yes.
Whatever she's just talked about, she
yes.
knows these people. These are people who she was working for.
Yes.
Are these people even arrested?
No, are they?
Are they arrested?
They're not
Did you
arrested.
report this to the police?
I did. I did report. I got a good Samaritan, and they were like, you need to report these people. They need to face the law. They are not above the law. And finally, the good Samaritan is a politician. They're still so I was in an orphanage at that point, and they came, they had this story, and they were like, no, we have to look into it. So in the process, we went to report, and the police was like, are you sure? Are you sure you would have survived? Mm-hmm. And that point, I had my baby. He was 2 months old. I carried him sitting in front of that policewoman, and he looked at me and asked, are you sure there were policemen? Are you sure you were abused by 4? Are you sure you would have survived? Mm-hmm. Are you lying? She told me, police doesn't like their reputation to be ruined.
All these people you're working for are police?
Yeah. All 4.
This family?
Yeah.
All 4 are police officers who abused you?
Yeah. So the woman was like, she started doubting. And when someone who is so vulnerable comes to you because they have faith in you, tell you something happened to them, and you start asking those kind of questions, they pull back. So I had a lawyer. At that point, I was given a lawyer. So I told them, you know what, I don't feel safe. If we haven't even taken a step, and yet these are the questions I'm being faced with. I have a child, for crying out loud. Will I be lying, sitting here with my child, looking at the policewoman? I asked her, you are a mother, right? You have children, even though maybe you don't have a daughter, but you have a son, and maybe they will give birth to a daughter. Would you love them to be asked this kind of questions? She was like, I'm just asking, I'm just doing my job. So we went back home. The bureau lady was arrested. And she confirmed she knew me, and the only thing which was remaining is for me to go and identify the people from the police station. But unfortunately, my kid fell from the bed, and he had an internal bleeding, so we went to the hospital. So I gave up because my kid was in ICU, and the politician and the lawyer was calling and saying, no, we can't stop the investigation. You have to come and identify. I'm like, my kid is in ICU. Are you kidding? Do you expect me to go to court while my child is in ICU? Do you even care the trauma I'm going through right now? Facing those people, I need time. There is a lot going on. And they were like, it's an opportunity. And I told them, I don't want it. Mm-hmm. If this is what comes with the justice you are giving, let it be. So I tried to report, but that's how it ended. So since then, I've not tried to report again.
Honorable Ziza,
yeah,
there lies in the problem.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about justice.
Yes.
You are at the end. of this.
Yes.
Process, yeah.
And she goes to report the abuse.
Yeah.
And she's being victimized at the police station.
Yes, we are actually cognizant of that, and I think the both of you will admit, even just narrating a bad experience that has happened to you, leave alone a sexual experience that has happened to you, is trauma enough. So I think judiciary has taken a few steps. We have specialized courts for children.
Yes.
We have specialized children magistrates who are now trained to handle this kind of cases, to handle children, and also taking cognizant of the fact that these children have gone through trauma, and it may be even difficult for them to testify in court. We have now counselors in court. These are things that were never there in the past. It's progressive. We have counselors, we have shelters, we are trying to get safeguards for now children. At the National Police Service, I think there is also work in progress.
Yeah.
There's a department that is now dealing with children. It's called Anti-Human Trafficking Child Protection Unit. So progressively, I don't know how. I cannot confirm how it's working right now, but I know there's a department that is dedicated to dealing with now, so that when a child goes to the police station to report, they find a more comfortable, so to speak, environment for reporting.
I don't know why it's so difficult in this country with everything that we're talking about. If we're talking about child labor, and this is just an example, a real life example of what a child has gone through, to where now we have Beryl in studio narrating this. It's real for her.
It is.
And it speaks, like you said earlier, it's just one example among thousands, hundreds, if not thousands. I was in India some time back, and there's something I observed. India went through a similar thing, and every country has these same issues. And one thing I spotted, and I asked somebody, what's happening here? At every road intersection in that city, there was a pink sort of structure of building. And I kept asking, and it's written police, I kept asking, what exactly is this? And they said, because of the numerous cases and how then police generally, regular police, are not trained to handle our testimony and to avoid victimization, then they designated stations where women and children can go report abuse. Now, these stations, you have a trained counselor, you've got a police officers, and mostly these will be women who have gone through training, rigorous training, to understanding how then you end up talking to someone like Beryl, who's come to report, who's emotionally damaged, who's been abused. And it's difficult to even start thinking, how do you collect then evidence? They came up with that. Why is it difficult for Kenya to think progressively on how to, because these conversations around domestic violence and how women then go report to police stations and how they end up being victimized, like Beryl is saying, are you sure you are abused? How does a human being ask somebody who's been abused such a question? And we've heard these stories. Why are we not making progress with this?
We have made progress. That's why I was talking about the dedicated desk at the police station that deals with. There is a gender desk. Then there's also the desk that now children, that anti-human trafficking and child protection unit desk. There's a desk in the police station that deals with this. Even at the prosecution level at the ODPP, there's also a specific desk or prosecutors that are trained to, prosecute the child cases, child labor cases. So it is, it's work in progress. Progressively, I think we are picking lessons and, doing the best that we can to to ensure that at least children get justice.
Mm-hmm.
She has, maybe if I speak, I'll be told I'm speaking on behalf of government, I'm defending government.
Yeah.
But she's working with survivors in that, she's an advocate for survivors in that space. So she can tell from where she sits and from the experiences of children who've gone through this. Since she reported, and now if there's been progress, if we are handling children better, if or are we, are we still the same as it was when you reported 7 years ago?
Yeah, I think it's all. I don't blame anyone when it comes to trauma informed. Not everybody. You can go to school to be a lawyer, yeah. But when it comes to dealing with cases, you don't really know which kind of cases you will get. Like, you might be like strong and stuff, and then a case comes and you just broke down. You don't know how to handle it. So for me, I think we have a big progress. Now we have a desk you can go where specifically it's children's desk. People who are handling that case is trauma informed. They know how to handle children. A while back, we didn't have that. It was everybody just come, whether you are not comfortable, you want a woman to handle your case or a man, they didn't let you. They will just tell you, you write your statement, is it special more than others? But right now we have a desk.
Okay.
I think we have made... We have taken few steps, and we are learning still. I think we will reach there.
It's a difficult Justice Thursday conversation that we've had this morning, and a bit of a cliffhanger because just from what you've also said, Justice Adrang, that there are horrible, horrible things happening. We could be sitting here now, and there are children who are being exploited in a manner that is so grotesque that unfortunately we're not able to stop in the moment, but unfortunately we deliver justice after the fact. The hope is that when one is caught and dealt with, that will set precedent for these things to cease. But the truth of the matter is that we're in the belly of this thing, and that there are too many cases that are going on, and that it is more than a rallying call, that something has to be done to protect children. Because when we talk about child labor, we're talking about some serious, serious things that are happening. And unfortunately, with the consent of parents who should be the primary protector. We can go on and on, but time doesn't allow us on this show to go beyond this hour. But we can't stop talking about it because in the secrecy is where this evil is thriving.
Yeah, true.
Beryl, thank you for your strength and your brave courage to be here this morning and to continue talking about these things.
Thank
you. We can't but wish you a life better than the experience.
Sorry, I have to ask this. How is your son now?
He's okay.
He came out of ICU, everything is okay?
Yeah, but he got like brain surgery. Is it brain surgery? So he still got those complications here and there. I was told the brain is still growing, so we still face challenges here and there. We are in the hospital in and out. Some seasons when it's cold, we are in the hospital, fever and stuff, but I thank God he's growing. Yeah.
Well, your exemplary positivity is a lesson for us all, that's for sure. The Honourable Justice Aziza Adrang has been here also with us this morning, as well as Beryl, who've helped us with this conversation. These are the conversations we must have. And thank you for being here this morning and doing this with us. Asante Sana. Thanks, folks, for making this Kenya's biggest conversation.
This is The Situation Room, the only way to start your day.